a second. We're having technical difficulties. I will remind you before I put the microphone on. Police officer back there. There are people here who are watching out for us. Who have been assigned to So if something happens, the words are trust, run, hide, and attack. Don't attack if you're not the person trained to attack, unless you see a really clear shot and pop them on the head and you're sure, because otherwise it's very small. But mostly run and hide. You help somebody else run and hide. That's mostly what you're supposed to do. And we're going to be doing more training eventually for people. If you, I'm going to say something here because some people here have asked. If you had asked to be part of the safety team, we haven't called yet. That's what we haven't called yet. We haven't started the training. So we are meeting with people. We're about to do some things, so watch for announcements, especially if you've been called. But we're going to start. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do. What month are we in now on the Jewish calendar? Elul. Elul. And the month of Elul, what's significant about it? It's the month before Rosh Hashanah. It's the whole month leading up to Rosh Hashanah. We are, in some sense, we like to say God is always here, but we still feel like we get closer and closer because once Rosh Hashanah comes, it's as if we are sitting in God's presence all the time. But one of the things that we do for Rosh Hashanah, for Elul, every day of Elul, except on Shabbat, for some traditions, we blow the shofar. So one of the things that I have requested, if you haven't seen the bulletin yet, the person who normally has been doing the shofar blowing, the Baal Tekiyah, is not going to be here for Rosh Hashanah. That person will be back for Yom Kippur. They have family that they're visiting for Rosh Hashanah. So if you can blow a shofar and you would like to be blowing the shofar, then I'd like you to contact me. And if you can't blow a shofar and you want to learn how to blow a shofar, then I want you to contact me. And if you have a shofar that's just sitting there collecting dust, then let's do this. But meanwhile, if you remembered that it's Elul, then you brought your shofar with you. There are two kinds of shofarot that we're going to be blowing this week. One of them looks like this. That's a ram's horn. Some of you come from a tradition where you're supposed to blow a ram's horn because that was the kind of animal that was hiding, that was in the thickets when Abraham was supposed to be the binding of Yitzchak's story. There was a ram there, so that most Ashkenazic Jews will blow a shofar that looks like this. And it sounds like this. It's kind of squeaky. Did you bring that? All right, if you brought this kind, which is from a kudu, which is more a Sephardic kind, sometimes some of the North African communities use these. It's a kudu, then it looks like this, and it blows like this. I was taught that you do 3 notes, and each 3-note part is a 1-note thing. So the first blast is called Tekiyah, and it just means blast, so get your horn ready. And we do Tekiyah, and you're going to make it sound like this. Ready? Tekiyah. This is why we practice all month. Shavarim means broken. You're going to get 3 broken sounds, so it's going to sound something like this. I'll do my wimpy one. try. Can you? I told you, it doesn't sound good when I blow my ram's horn. So the kudu with the shavarim, let me hear you call shavarim for me. That was a little better. The next one is blasts, the teruah, which means many blasts. And what I was taught is that we're still doing multiples of 3. So I'm going to do at least 3 triplets of 3. At least 3. And it's going to sound like this. That's why I do this one, so I sound way more impressive no matter how bad I sound during Elul. So let me hear a teruah. All right, not bad. So I'm hoping, I got this. So I'm hoping that people don't try to blow mine. That would be bad. Don't try to blow each other's horns. But I'm hoping. I know, but I mean it. Especially not without permission. That's the point. But I'm hoping that other people might want to blow shofar this year. Thank you for indulging us in that. So the first thing we do you remember what you did this week? Do you remember? It was last weekend was a 3-day weekend. Do you remember now? So Monday, I drove to Utica, Mississippi to pick up some of our teens who were at a conclave. And then Wednesday, I drove to Rayville, Louisiana, which is past Monroe. There's a beautiful new, it's only about 4-year-old veteran cemetery there. Ed Handel, who had grown up here, he went to Byrd, and then he went to high school and hasn't been back. We buried him. And in this beautiful cemetery. So one day I'll tell you more about military cemeteries because it's an interesting option. So we have one in Keithville, which is closer to us, but that was called the Northeast Louisiana Military Cemetery, which is hard to say. Don't try to say it 3 times fast. But it was it was a hot day, but it was a beautiful day. We'll talk about it one day. But anyway, I've driven back and forth and all around, and we had if you didn't get an email, be thankful, because we had to send an email today that apologized for a glitch that happened in the software, because we're still learning about the software. You got one. But it's all fixed. It just took us days and days, and it's fixed, and now everything's working great. So thank you for everybody who's submitting your memorial books online. The deadline is coming up soon. The president will tell you about that. So the first thing I need to do is take a deep breath. I'm hoping you'll join me. Let it out slowly. Try again. Let it out slowly and relax. And we are going to begin on page 82, and thanks to Harriet, we have blessers again. We're back to the September mode, and so we continue on page 82, and I call up Dr. Carl and Sylvia Goodman, please. Please rise. Page 82.
These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames remind us of Sabbaths long past and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for the great Sabbath of peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvah so betzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the Sabbath lights.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We continue on pages 167 and 166 with the Kiddush, the sanctification of the day. Ooh, careful, I'm sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work, and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, we hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. You are welcome to be seated. Say Shabbat Shalom to someone you came in with. Shabbat Shalom to someone you didn't come in with. Make sure everybody gets Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. are going to jump to page 84 and sing about angels. Was that a cheer for jumping pages? What? Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Balachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And just because you cheered about skipping pages, I'm going to make you go backwards to page 2. No, that's not why. I think you're going to like this one. The part of the service we're in now is the one that's supposed to be inspiring us. And I like the one at the top of page 2, which is part of a weekday evening service, and we don't usually get to do that. There are moments when we hear the call of our higher selves, the call that links us to the divine. Then we know how blessed we are with life and love. May this be a moment of such vision, a time of deeper attachment to the godlike in us and in our world, for which we shall give thanks and praise. Hearing the call, when we did the shofar, I thought it tied together. Now we jump back to page 85. Yitgadal v'yitkadash me Rabbah, be'alma divra chiruteh, v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chay dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, v'miru, amen. Yehesh me Rabbah mevarach, le'alam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpahar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemeh dekudesha, brichu, le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'meru, amen. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
Oh God, how can we know you? Where can we find you? You are as close to us as breathing, yet you are farther than the farthermost star. You are as mysterious as the vast solitudes of night, yet as familiar to us as the light of the sun. To Moses you said, "You cannot see my face, but I will make all my goodness pass before you." Even so does your goodness pass before us in the realm of nature and in the joys and sorrows of life.
When justice burns within us like a flaming fire, when love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when to the last full measure of selfless devotion, we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives, and we can begin to change the world. And then you live within our hearts, and we, through righteousness, behold your presence.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam
You may be seated, but I'm hoping that somebody here wants to help me lead this enthusiastically.
Ivy, you're finally doing it.
That's all we needed. Ready? Go.
Can we start?
Yeah, good idea. Why don't you start?
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך
בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Nice job, Yashar Kochech. Would you lead me in the English too, please?
You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt. I am your eternal God.
Nice job. I think I know what I'm doing on Sunday during Hebrew class. We're going to have a Vahafta race, I think.
I swerved in the midst of the whole thing.
That was fast. I, the Eternal One, have kept you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations.
We are Israel, witness to the covenant between God and God's children.
This is the covenant I make with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you shall be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possessions or power.
You who worship gods that cannot save you, hear the words of the Eternal One. I am God, there is none else.
We are Israel. Our prophets proclaimed an exalted vision for the world.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream.
We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed.
You shall not oppress your neighbors nor rob them. You shall not stand idle while your neighbor bleeds.
We are Israel, taught to beat swords into plowshares, commanded to pursue peace.
Violence shall no longer be heard in your land, desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children will be taught of your God, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, O God, when we are witnesses to your love and messengers of your truth.
You are my witnesses, says the Eternal One, and my servant whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, O God, when we proclaim you God, our Redeemer, as did our ancestors on the shores of the Red Sea. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ledav hakol.
Shenamar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. May we lie down this night in peace and rise up to life renewed. O God, spread over us your shelter of peace, of quiet, and of calm, and bless us with rest. I'm sorry, I keep thinking about the hurricane, and it's kind of, all of this seems to speak to me of that. Let a time come when morning will bring no word of war or famine or anguish, a time of happiness, of contentment and rest. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. We give thanks for the night and its rest, and the promise of peace for all the world. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 93. And while you're standing, I'm going to do the very last paragraph above. Your presence, God, is the light that dispels the darkness that would envelop me, the light that shows me the path to a life of honor and truth. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, v'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, v'Koneh HaKol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. God of all generations, of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Leah, and Rachel, be praised. Your wondrous creative power fills heaven and earth.
God of life and death, be praised. Through us and help to the falling, healing to the sick, freedom to the captive, confirm your faithfulness to those who sleep in the dust.
Awesome and holy God, be praised. With acts of love and truth we hallow your name. As it is said, be holy, for I, your eternal God, am holy.
God of times and seasons, be praised. Enable us through Sabbath rest to explore and learn and impart the meanings of your Torah. Make our hearts ready to serve you this day and all days.
God who answers prayer, be praised. May we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God.
Source of life and its wonders, be praised. You are the miracle within all we behold. You are goodness, you are compassion. We give thanks to you forever. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lekol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Take a moment for silent prayer. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל V'imru, imru, amen. This time in our service, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating. As we turn to the inside back cover of our prayer books, I turned my microphone off for a moment. If you have other names you'd like us to include in our prayers, I ask you to call them out. Yogi, everyone who is trying to recuperate and build their lives back after the devastation that's going on and continues to go on with Dorian, we're praying for them. This is going to be a difficult time for everybody there, and we hope we can help them too. For all these names, for the names we choose to hold in our hearts and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. We add, Mishabarach Avotenu v'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom, protecting us, and being our first responders in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. Give them courage to succeed and strength to persevere. May they return home safely. Let us say, Amen. So soon I'm going to be asking everybody to, you know who you are, I know who you are, the birthday people. I have a brief story I wanted to tell you today. I was talking to my class last night about what kind of pressure it is to try to come up with inspirations for High Holy Day services. And we have a retired minister who likes to say, well, in seminary they taught him that after 5 years nobody remembers what you say anymore, so you could just keep repeating things. And I said, I can't do that. I don't remember what I said. No, I'm just kidding. But also because it felt like during the first few years, all of the stories that I thought were going to be inspirational for Yom Kippur had food things in them. And I've learned not to have food inspirations on Yom Kippur. So there's one food-related story that I wanted to tell you that I love as a great Yom Kippur story. So I'm going to give it to you now so I don't have to tell it on Yom Kippur and break the rule about the no food thing on Yom Kippur. But it's the one about the woman who goes to the airport and she left herself a little bit of time and she gets there and she goes to the shop, like the gift shop, the magazine shop, and she picks up a magazine and a book to read. And she hadn't eaten, so she grabbed a little snack of little cookies, a little package of cookies. And she sits down and she puts her purse next to her and she starts reading the magazine and flipping pages. And a guy sits next to her, and out of the corner of her eye, she sees him taking one of her cookies. So she takes a cookie. And then she tries to show, she doesn't want to make eye contact with this guy, so she reaches in, she takes a cookie, and then he takes a cookie. And she's getting angrier and angrier that this guy is eating the cookies. So takes another cookie out, he takes another cookie out. And she's furious at this guy, but she doesn't want to look at him because she doesn't want to get mad at him. She doesn't want to start fighting with him. And so They call her plane, she gets on board, and she sits down and she goes to take she buckles up, she goes to take her book out to start reading her book out of her purse, and she sees that her bag of cookies is still in her purse and hadn't been opened yet. So obviously, sometimes, and we are in Elul and we're getting ready for a fast day, so eat your cookies now. No, that's not the message. We're getting ready for our fast day. We're getting ready for the days when we can apologize. You know that all year long, if we hurt someone, that's when we're supposed to apologize, when it happens. But there are times when we don't know who to apologize to, or we can't. She doesn't know who the guy was. She wouldn't make eye contact with him. And we still feel terrible about those times. And think about those kinds of inspirations, because it reminds us sometimes how we feel when we've made mistakes. It reminds us to try to own up to it when we can. It reminds us to forgive, to apologize. There's not a lot that I can teach you about forgiving and apologies because you've been there, done that. I'm always humbled and always learning lessons from you every day about these things. But that story I always loved. The other one that I liked, and I haven't figured out how to work this one in, this is supposed to be an inspirational story if you are a motivational speaker at a conference. So if you picked up, do this for me, you pick up a glass of water, okay? Glass of water, like let's call it half full, half empty, it doesn't matter. It's not that heavy. But if you hold it for half an hour, it hurts after a while. And the point is that there are things that you can hold on to for a short while. If you hold on to some of these grievances for a long time, it starts to hurt. So those are the messages that I resist telling you every Yom Kippur. I'm told you now. I kept it brief. It's Sydney's birthday this month. It's Sydney's birthday today. And so we were going to do a different service today, and we said, Sydney loves this service, not because it's the most inspirational, but because it's the shortest. And I'm trying to keep it short. I kept my sermon short. I kept the inspiration short. So, Mr. President, you have a lot of announcements. You could try to keep them short, too, if you want. It can be summed up in one word, bulletin. Do what you want.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Carl and Sylvia, for the blessings. Tuesday, September 10th, 7 p.m., people of the book club will discuss The Three Escapes of Hannah Arendt, A Tyranny of Truth by Ken Crimstein. It is written and illustrated in the graphic novel style by a cartoonist from The New Yorker. If you want your names included in the memorial book we use for Yiskor services, please submit those names and donations by September 16th. The memorial book can be found online or in the office. Please mark your calendars for Siliko observance. September 21st, we will watch the movie The Quarrel at 6 p.m. and then begin Siliko service at 7:30. Rosh Hashanah evening service, 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, September 29th, with morning service on the 30th at 10 a.m., Monday. If you do need childcare for any of the High Holy Day services, please let the office know as soon as possible so we can plan appropriately. I'm going to read a couple of quick things. We need some help, if you can help. The food bank is having a phone-a-thon and needs help answering calls and taking pledges on September 12th. There are time slots at 3:45, 6 o'clock, and 8:15. Please contact the food bank direct or Helene if you can help. B'nai Zion Sisterhood is going to be baking for High Holy Days. Wednesday, September 18th, 10:30 a.m., making sweets. Sunday, September 22nd at 2 p.m., making round challah, which are also available for sale. Monday, September 23rd, 10:30 a.m. Apple cakes, kugel. If you would like to help but prefer a different time, please contact Bethany. If you think you can join the bakers, please RSVP online or contact the office or Bethany. We also need ushers for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Please contact the office or David Branis. And Rabbi Jana would like to offer you an honor for the High Holy Day services. If you would like so, please contact her. And please go online for B'nai Zion Bulletin and any and more details for all of these exciting things. Donations were made to B'nai Zion for pulpit flowers in memory of Norman DeLune by Debbie DeLune. Thank you.
Thank you. And there's one more thing. One more thing. And so while he's coming here, I was going to let you know the information that's like hiding back there is the people who got the apology letters today.
The most important thing.
I know, the people who got the apology letters today were all people who did not submit their forms online. I'm just going to tell you that.
And what I've meant to say, the most important thing of the day, is to help Sydney celebrate his special birthday, enjoying the cake made by Holosan. Happy birthday, Sydney.
It is his birthday. Everyone who has birthdays or anniversaries in September are now invited to please come up, and I need 4 poll holders to come and hold our polls for them. And I want to remind you while they're coming up that you should, if your birthday or anniversary is here, you need to choose from our lovely selection of mugs with my love. Going that way. So if you want, you can have a travel mug, or you can have a coffee mug. Take the one that you like. Travel mug or coffee mug. Everybody gets? No, that would be a very bad idea. That would be a bad idea. This is all inside out. Sorry. No, let go. Yeah, move the pole out of the way. Get that pole out of the way. Thank you.
There we go.
Let's do this here. It's inside out, but that's okay. At least we've got a thing. Okay, go that way. Go that way. Did everybody take? Everybody with birthdays or anniversaries have to take. Barry, you get one. Everybody gets one. Yeah, take. So, take them. Take them. I love that you celebrate your special days with us. Indeed, he wins. God of days and of years, author of life. I love that expression, author of life. Our times are in your hand. We thank you for the blessing of life and for all that enriches our lives. We gather today in special thankfulness to share in the happiness of our friends who are celebrating birthdays or anniversaries this month. Be with them always as the joy of their lives. May they be blessed with health and happiness, and with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. May we have the joy of coming together for many more years, united by mutual reverence and love. Then will our lives be filled with abundance of blessing, and we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheanu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu lazman hazeh. And if your birthday happens to fall on Shabbat, which means today or tomorrow, I'd like you to come up and help me open the ark for the Aleinu. Everyone else, Mazel Tov. Take one. You get a mug. Yeah, grab a mug, please. Grab a mug. There you go. Grab your mugs. And everyone else, please turn to page 148 and rise when the ark is open. 148. Go ahead. I think they're ready. I hope so. I'm not going to look. Are they ready? Aleinu l'shabech l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And on the facing page we will sing ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני is closed. You may be seated. Mazel tov. Happy birthday. Thank you for spending your birthday with us. I get hugs. Mazel tov. And mazel tov.
I'm going down that way.
Okay, good. I'm going this way. We will continue on page 151. Take one. Grab one. Grab a mug. You got to grab your mug. Thank you. It's a mug that not only a mother can love. That's what these are. I am sad to inform you that we've lost another police officer this week. We've lost 85 police officers in the line of duty this year. We've lost 29 people in the military this year that they've reported to us. We've lost 17 canine officers. We've lost 33 firefighters. The numbers of people who perished because of the hurricane, because of Dorian, we're not going to know that number for weeks. And it's just frightening to imagine. There are hundreds of people still missing right now. And we pray that the number of those who perished is not going to be anywhere near that number, but it's a frightening situation. And the storm hasn't finished yet, so we pray that everyone stays safe. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. I'm going to allow you to choose your favorite reading and pray silently. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us. Those for whom we're observing Shloshim include Ed Handel and Carol Ginsberg. And those whose congregants' parents died the past year are Joe Batt, Peter Haas, Lucy Branis, and Isabel Posner. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we are observing yortzites this week include Ivan, is it Binder? Thank you. Albert Clark, Jeanette Ginsberg Desmond, Norman DeLynn, Harry Goodman, Sidney L. Harold, Morris Horn, Edward Samuel Klein, Carol Larricard, James M. Manheim, Goldie Morris, Esther Morris, Louise Shaw Olive, Marvin Rabinowitz, Sam Vedlitz, Louis Weinstein, and Bertha G. Wiseman. In this moment of memory, our griefs and our sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'yomru amen. Yehei shemei rabba mevarach la'alam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. I'm going to let the ones who are under 13 come up and help us with this blessing. Hold on to the bottom. Look who's awake. Hold on to the bottom. Hold on to the bottom. Got the bottom, got the bottom. Got the bottom. Shoop. What is that? Somebody start us. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. You get the bread, I get the plate. Thank you. That's it. May this month of Elul inspire you to be better, do better, forgive, apologize. Please rise for the closing benediction. It is a blessing when we're here together. Thank you to everyone who celebrated birthdays and anniversaries with us. And thank you to everyone who celebrated with the people who are celebrating for the birthdays and anniversaries. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you, because God always has something that God looks up to you about. May God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Ein Keloheinu